is the opposite of smart? Dull. Okay. Let us see those that have smartphones. If your phone is not a smartphone now, say your phone is dull. So do we have our smartphones? It's very important because what you want to do, you can achieve it on your phone. What I mean by smartphones are those your Blackberries. That belongs. And if you have a Blackberry phone here, that is excellent. If you have a Techno phone here, that's excellent. You have a Galaxy Tab, Samsung Tab, or iPad, or whatever, those class of phones, we call them the smartphone because they are called smartphones because they are built like computers. They can do several things other than making and receiving calls and all of that. That's why they are called smartphones and all of that. So if you have those phones, you can follow me while I go through this on the board. Now, for you to get here, this is the Lagos State government's EBS-RCM website. By the way, EBS-RCM means Electronic Banking System of Revenue Cycle Management. It is a platform that monitors Lagos State government collections. Monitors Lagos State government collections. All payments Lagos State government are made at the banks. All payments are made at the banks. But this website helps you to monitor it. When you go to the bank and make your payment, that payment automatically goes to Lagos State government database. Goes to where? Lagos State government database. And from here, you can access information from the database. That's why we're showing it. Information that is in Lagos State government database, from here you can view it. From here you can download it. That's what we are trying to state here. Now, the address is www.lasg-ebs-rcm.com. If you get to your browser, you know what I mean by your browser? Your Internet Explorer or your Firefox browser, or whatever. If you get there and click on it, it will give you this window. Look at the window. It will give you this window. You type in this address. Look at the address I'm talking about. Type it in there. www.lasg-ebs-rcm.com. This is what you are going to see. This is what you are going to see. You can see this on your phone. Is anybody on the phone following along? Okay. If you're not following along, you look at the board. Now, when you get in here, this is it's a general user's affair. So you can decide to get the type of information you want to get here. Maybe you want to download forms, or you want to read up information as to how to pay taxes to Lagos State government, or you want to get information like agency code, or like revenue code, or addresses of tax stations, and the like. You can get all of that on this page you are seeing. But as an agency, the owners of the platform, you want to get a report. You want to find out how much, let's say you are from STO, you want to find out how much Lagos State government has collected today. Or you want to find out how much First Bank has collected for a particular type of revenue, or any bank whatsoever. So all of that information, you don't expect a general user to access them. So that is why you need a kind of special permission to be able to view that side of the application. And how do I get that permission? I will simply come here and click on this button, login. If I click on it, this is what I will see. Now, this, for you to be able to make use of this side, it presupposes that you have paid your tax before. Have you not paid your taxes before? Yes, I know, I'll get the yes answer. Yes, I know, I'll get the yes answer. I know now, I know. What about those I have not paid? At all. Okay. As long as you're a civil servant, you have paid. What if you have paid, but it didn't get to the right authorities? It's non-remitted taxes. What if that is your own case? So, this system allows you to check whether your name is in the database, whether you are remitting your taxes or not. If you check this system, like if ask you, okay, what is your name, and you search here now, and you don't find your name, the implication is that you have never paid anything to Lagos State government for the last 12 years or so. That is the meaning. Maybe you have paid, but it has not gotten to this point. With the civil servants, we don't have much cases with that, but there are cases that are not good enough. But with the private sector, there could be much more cases, because it could be that the taxes have been deducted and they were not remitted and all of that. So if you search the database, you will not see. Or the taxes have been remitted in the name of the company, but they did not submit the breakdown of the beneficiaries. That can also be an issue, and so on and so forth. So it depends on where you find yourself in all of that. So for those of us that have paid before, it presupposes one more thing, that you have an account with Lagos State government, and that account comes to you in the name of payer identification number. Do we all have our payer identification numbers? Do we all have it? We have it? Okay. If we have the payer, Mr. Barra, please, I need a lot of stuff. So if we all have a payer identification number, that means that you are qualified to make use of this side of this application. Yes, you are free to, you can make use of this. But if you don't have the payer identification number, you cannot use it. I also hope that you have your electronic tax clearance certificates. Do we all have it? You have lost your own. Yes, you have one. Who has lost her own? You have lost your own. You are here to collect a new one. Okay. The face of your own has, it has gone up. Bring it and they'll replace it for you. Madam. Yes, you can collect another one, but you pay for it. You have paid. Yes. Have you submitted the payment credentials then here? No, you have submitted it for you. Okay. So, is there any other issue on that? Is there any other issue on the tax clearance certificates? Okay, so if you have your tax clearance certificates, updates, the update is more or less automatic. All you need to do is plug in the card and run what we call a synchronization. And that you can do in our office here, at any bank, or in those places we call the e-service points. That allows the last payment you made to reflect on the physical card you have. So you don't need to send it in here and ask for update again. So we've gone beyond that. So your payer identification number is a number that is directly under your passport photograph, if you have it. It begins with N dash some numbers. For companies, it begins with C dash some numbers. So let us, for those of us that are following me along with their phones or with their own infrastructure, this is what I expect you to do. Put your payer ID where it says enter your payer ID. So I'm going to put my own there. My payer ID is 1467276. Yes, I said the number directly under your passport photograph, N dash, that's your number. So put that number there. Is there another person following me? Okay, please, support staff, please help out. I want everybody to do this. If you have your phone, excellent. Now, on the second column now, I want to believe that you have not logged on before. Is there anybody who has made use of this before? Is there anybody who has seen this page before? If you have seen this page before, you have a different instruction. But if you have not seen this page before, you follow along. Are we together? Yes. Okay. Now, for the new person, for those of us that are entirely new, that means that you don't have a password. You don't have a password now. You don't have a password now. So, I want you to formulate one password and put it in there. You don't have a password already?
No, I've written my own ID number.
As password?
No.
If you have written it in, I mean on the second page.
Okay.
So you don't have a password now. So formulate one password and type it in there. This is my own. This is my own password. I have put it in there. Now on the third field, it says enter your email address. Now you have a payer identification number, and in creating that payer identification number, you have an email address. You have an email address. It is that email address that you have to put in there. So put the email address that accompanies your payer identification number. The email address they used to create your payer identification number. If you don't know it, that means that you will not be able to follow along here. So I'll put my own. I'll put my own. Now, I have put in the compulsory set of information for new users. For new users, these are the 3 compulsory sets of information. Now, the next one you have security code. You don't have one yet, so leave it blank. The next one you have enter GSM number. Leave it blank. You don't need to do that now. Now, on this column, select service name. See what you have inside there. You have ABC, agency, bank, company, individual, bank admin, bank teller. These are the categories of people that can log on to this site on the website and perform some services. But as a first-time user, as a new user, you are going to log on as an individual. And the individual is the default information you have there. But after you have logged on, let me begin this way. If you log on as an individual, you are only limited to performing services for your own personal self. You cannot perform any service for a customer or for any member of the public. For example, you may be able to view your own tax profile. You can't view my own tax profile. You may be able to view any other thing concerning me and no other person. But since you are public servants, you are performing the service on behalf of for the public. Am I right? That means that you should be able to view services or information relating to the public. So you are going to log on as agency. You are going to log on as what? But for you to be able to log on as agency, you must have first logged on as individual. Then they will now give you a privilege that will enable you to log on as agency. How do we get that done? After this class, when you have gone, you tell your agency, the managers of your agency, or if you are the manager, look, that you need, the alphabet has said that you send at least 2 people, 2 staff. Send us their names, send us their payer ID, tell us the agency they represent. Then the database administrator will create these people in the system and give them administrative privilege. Then these administrators will go back and then give privileges to his colleagues in his office who will be able to access this side of the platform. Why are we doing that? Because we don't know everybody in the office. We cannot begin to give this person, give that person, because you don't know what they're going to do with it. But it is you that are close to them, that know them, who they are, that can give that authority. And that is why we're saying, give us either 2, 3, or 4. Those people the privilege, then they will give the rest of the people the required privilege. That's how to get there. So, because if you are a first-time user, I want you to click, if you have entered this information, I want you to click, I am a new user. Look at the button. I have clicked it. Now, if you click it, this is the next thing you are going to see. It will ask you to put your password again, and then put your GSM phone number. These are the 2 necessary information. If you do that and say OK, which I will not do here now, if you do that and say OK, it will tell you that your password has changed, that your email has changed, and that your security code is sent to your account, your email address, or your phone. Search your phone and get your security code. What that means is that you have successfully logged on. And if you go ahead to say OK, it will give you the name for an individual. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Has anybody gone up to that point?
Yes.
Are you there? Okay, so it will give you a menu. Has it given you a menu? Okay, log in again if you have done that. It will give you a menu, and that menu it will give you is where you can do service for your own personal self and no one else. So for me, I have logged on before, and I now want to log on as an agency. So this is what I will do. And then I will select my agency code. My agency code is the payer ID of my agency. When it says enter service code, have you seen it? The last field, it says enter service code. The service code of your agency is the payer identification number of your agency. And my own is 32990. I will put my password again. Now, when you have logged on suspect logons and you have been given a privileged logon as an agency, this is what we are going to do. When you come in here, you put your password, or you put your pay ID, you put your password, you put your email address. I've done something wrong. That's not my password. Looks better now. Now we put in all of this information and you click on login. You click on login. If you click on login, what's it telling me?
Your email will not be validated.
Okay, my email is wrong. Okay, so I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Then my email, I didn't spell something correctly there, or what? So, I'll do it again. Let us see what it will give us. I hope this one goes. Okay, we're there now. Now, as an agency, this is the list of things you can do. These are the list of things you can do. If you have this, that means that you have everything. Let us go through them, one after the other. Now, it says, amend notification approval. That is not what you want to do. So no. It says check company payee details. If you have services that involves you checking the payee details of the company, you can check it there. Say collection for agency, all revenue. Collection for agency, all revenue. What is your agency? MDAs. All the revenue you are collecting. If you have the privilege to do that, that is what you are going to do. There is a collection for agency by banks. Collection for agency by banks. Like MBA, like drainage, like transformation office. We want to know how much all the banks, or how much a particular bank has collected on your behalf. Remember, all payments are made at the bank. Collection for agency by revenue type. That is revenue item. Like MDA, is it tolling, or what do you call it? Plate numbers, or is it weighing, or whatever. So whatever you are collecting, item by item, how much has one item yielded? Then confirm ETCC payment details. I'm not so sure anybody's doing that here, but it is LIRS is their sole responsibility to be doing that. Then delete agency user account. That's an administrative activity. CTCC card details. That is tax credit certificate for companies. You want to read the company has brought its own tax credit certificates, and you want to read the content. You want to see what is inside. Read it there. Enter account transaction. Maybe you are tracking a particular transaction. You want to see what has happened, how much has been paid, and all of that. You use it. EPA application download. That is, I don't think you need that. ETCC report form confirmation. This is for people that are doing processing ETCC and all of that. One house, please. Then IGR collection trend. I think it's LIRS that did this. You want to see the fluctuations. Is it going up? Is it going down? If it's going down, you raise credits. If it's going up, you do more. You make it even go higher and all of that. So that is also an item there. Land use charge transactions. You want to view what has happened with land use charge and all of that. If it is your agency, remember this covers all agencies. All that's trying to say to expose you to all of them, then you can see the one that affects your own particular agency. Then you use it. Then non-remitting payments collector agent. That is for BPCA. That is people from MDAs. This specifically concerns you. Is there an agent, a BPCA that is collecting, is not remitting? You get that report here. It says payer ID creation request response. For example, we are not using this again because the banks are not creating the payer ID. So it's a post-tax payer assessment. That's for LIR.